Dear students, in this video, we are going to discuss about the megasporogenesis, how the female gametophyte of angiospermic flower form, what are the types of ovules, so what are the structures which is present inside the ovule. So if you take a flower, the female gametophyte is represented by the stigma, style, and the ovary. Inside the ovary, you have ovules, and these are the carpels. If you take a section of the ovule, so this is the ovule structure, it is an integmented megasporangium. So moving on to the structure of ovule. So, but before that, what is meant by megasporogenesis? The process of formation of megaspore mother cell by meiotic division is known as megasporogenesis. How the megaspore mother cell form a functional megaspore. So that process of event, we call it as megasporogenesis. So coming to the structure of ovule, otherwise we call it as megasporangium. If you take a ovule is an integmented megasporangium. The ovule consists of a stalk and body. The stalk, we call it as funicle. One end of the funicle is attached to the placenta. That is the center placental tissue of the ovary. And the point of attachment of the funicle to the head, we call it as hilum. Sometimes the funicle get directly fused with the head position. We call that region as raphe. And the body of the ovule to show two ends. One is micropylar end, where the entry of the pollen tube will be there. Then the other end is the chelicil end. The main body of the ovule is entirely covered by one or two integuments, nothing but a layer of coverings. And they leave an opening called micropyle. From this opening only, pollen tube with the male nuclei enter for the fertilization. So the integument encloses a large parenchymatous tissue. We call it as nucellus. So this is the structure of ovule, what we call it as megasporangium. So now how this megasporangium producing functional megaspore. So how the process of megasporogenesis takes place. So development of ovules, and let us discuss with this picture. So here what happened. So from the placental tissue, the base of the flower, it develops a ovule primordium. Okay, so inside the ovule primordium, it encloses a primary archisporial cell. So after a subsequent division, what happened? This primary archisporial cell divides into primary parietal cell and sporogenous cell. So the nucleus in the A divides into two after first division. So it divides into primary parietal cell and sporogenous cell. And then the next division, the two spores result into 4 megaspores. And the primary parietal cell completely forms the two or more integument that surrounds the megasporangium, or you can say megaspore mother cell. The sporogenous cell form the functional megaspore. So here, after a successive two division, you will get a 4 haploid megaspores. So among the 4, 3 will disintegrate, only one function as megaspore. So the process of event from the formation of primary archisporial cell, ovule primarium from the placenta, till the formation of functional megaspore, the process we call it as megasporogenesis. Now, how this one functional megaspore entirely form a embryo sac. So that process we call it as megagametogenesis. What happened? This one functional megaspore, first mitosis division, it results into 2 megaspore. After second mitosis, it results into 4 at the polar end. After the third mitosis, what happened? So collectively, you will get 8 megaspores, and finally, this 8 megaspores form a complete embryo sac, antipodal cells and synergid cell, one egg cell, and 2 polar nuclei at the center. So this is how the entire development of female gametophyte takes place by two processes. One is megasporogenesis, how the primary archisporial cell, that is the megaspore mother cell, form a functional megaspore. That is one phase. From one functional megaspore, how it takes the position into a complete embryo cell, that is megagametogenesis. Moving on to the types of ovule. So based on the shape, orientation of the micropylar region as well as the chelicil region, ovules are divided into many types. So first one is atropous ovule. So here micropylar region and chelicil region, funicle are in the straight line. So this is the most primitive type of ovule. The second one is anatropous. Here, the body of the ovule is completely inverted. So the micropylar region come close to the hilum, very close to each other. So that kind we call it as anatropous ovule. And the third one is hemianatropous ovule. Body of the ovule is kept right angle to the funicle. So that we call it as hemianatropous ovule. Fourth one is campylotropous ovule. It is circle more or less right angle to the funicle, slightly bent down. That is campylotropous. And the fifth one is amphitropous. So here curvature of the ovule. See at the center, the embryo sac is curved like a horseshoe. So this kind of ovule, we call it as amphitropous. And the sixth one, circinotropous. The ovule is initially in the shape of orthotropous, but becomes anotropous. So because of the elongated hilum, it will be keep on going, keep on rotating, inverting, and the growth continues till the ovule once again come back to the orthotropous shape of ovule. And here, this kind we call it as circinotropous. As a result of this, funicle completely surrounds the body. So moving on to the structure of the female gametophyte, if you using the word that female gametophyte, so the word will complete only if it is at 3 antipodal cell at the cell end, one large central cell with 2 polar nuclei, and at the micropylar region it has 2 synergid cell and 1 egg cell. So where from here only the the pollen tube enters and the double fertilization happens in the flowering plants. And coming to this, we discussed so how the female gametophyte develop. This is nothing but the megagametogenesis. How among the 4 megaspore, one functions and it takes the position of complete embryo sac. Moving on to the types of embryo sac, we can divide the embryo sac into 3 types. One is monosporic embryo sac, bisporic embryo sac, and tetrasporic. So monosporic means how only one functional megaspore, 100% it contributes to the formation of embryo sac. So here only one functional megaspore contributes for the complete development of the embryo sac. This kind of embryo sac is seen in Anaeothera species. The second one is bisporic. So here 2 functional megaspore. This one, diode, 2 functional megaspores. At 50-50, it contributes to the complete development of the embryo sac. So that's why it is bisporic. 2 functional megaspores contributing for the development of embryo sac. So this usually is seen in the Peperomia family. And the third one, that is the advanced type, that is tetraspore. So here what happened? 1, 2, 3, 4, this 4 tetraspores, megaspores, completely contributing for the entire development of the embryo sac. So this is the functional megaspore. Second division, diode formation takes place. So the third one will disintegrate only one. Again, it divides into 2. So this polar 2 megaspore again divides into 2, and this will multiply as a 4, and totally you will get 8. And how the embryo sac formation takes place with antipodal cell, synergid cell, egg cell, and polar nuclei. Whereas here in bisporic, one functional megaspore form a diode. So the base megaspore does not divide anymore. The upper one divides into 2, and the 3 will disintegrate only one function. And here also it will divide into 2. And again, the next mitosis division, it results into 2 cells on the polar end. And that result into 8 cells by subsequent division of mitosis. And finally, the egg cell, that is the embryo sac formation, takes place. And the advanced type is a tetraspore. So here one functional megaspore by subsequent division divides into 2. And after that, what happened? This the upper cell will not divide, upper megaspore will not divide. This down one, what happened? It split into 2 cells and it will be a triplicated number. So it arranges in the form of triangular fashion. Now what happened? This cell multiplies into one more cell. This 2 cell form a sac in 1 megaspore cell. That also will divide. And after that, what happened? This 1 cell divide into 1 more cell. This cell also divide into 1 more cell. And this 2 cells replicates into 1 more 2 cells. Now what happens here is this 1, 2, 3 form an egg apparatus. 1 cell come to the center. So here also this 3 cell come at the antipodal cell. So if you see one sac, there are three nuclei. So two will generate, only one will retain, and the one sac will go at the center. So here also it fuses with the polar nuclei. If you tell about the polar nuclei, it should be double nuclei. So here also two nuclei will disintegrate. This is the advanced type, that is fritillaria type of tetraspore formation. So this is Aniothera, where it is reported that monosporic type of embryo sac, and this is Peperomia, where bisporic embryo sac you can able to see, an alien, the tetrasporic embryo sac. Okay, so from this video, I hope you learned about what is meant by female gametophyte, how the ovule formation takes place, what are all the terms called megasporogenesis, megagametogenesis, what are the types of ovule, orientation and shape, and finally, the thing types of embryo sac and all. Thank you.